Here's a message from your favorite emperor, me. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And now, enjoy the stream from Darklycan81. Z out.
For a minute I thought my mic wasn't working there. But good evening and welcome back to another Darklycan81's live stream. As you can see, it's just me tonight. Dave is getting ready to go on holiday, so I thought I would kind of show off some of the stuff that I've picked up over the last week and a bit. We might have a guest in about 15 minutes. We might have a good friend Ian popping on. I think he would have. I think he might be interested in a couple of bits I've picked up. There was a couple of bits that I kind of been looking at for last year, and I finally managed to pick them up. So hopefully everybody's good tonight. Hope they've had a roughly good week. I know my weeks seem to be getting better and better. As a lot of people know that my mum's been really unwell at the moment, so hopefully everything's now on track with that. But it's been an interesting week, especially for the weekend. I have was at a toy fair on Saturday. Been to Game had a nice surprise, as I could say. B&M seems to be picking up. I got a few bits from B&M's that I thought when they see in B&M's, to be honest. It's not things that you would typically see in B&M's. But I know B&M's is starting to get things in that. Hey Dave, I hope you're packing your stuff. I know you're going away in a few days. But like I was saying, is that B&M's was getting a certain line in that I thought we'd never seen B&M's. It's like they were doing a few months back. They were doing the Ultimates. Now they're doing the 3 3/4 inch line as well. And I did pick a few bits up from the Entertainer as well. And I've picked a few bits up from the charity shop. There was one item that I picked up from the charity shop. I'll maybe leave that to last. And it is something that's been in B&M's. Well, technically, it's still in B&M's. But I can't believe that somebody's actually handed this into the charity shop already. But I think we'll kind of start showing some of this bits off. I'll try and get the bigger bits out the road first because it's I don't really have the room to kind of to show things off. But I can see my good friend Dave's in the chat, so Dave kind of knows two of the things that I've been kind of after from the last couple of years. And it's just never really been in. So, this is a big heavy one. So, I'll get this one out the road first because this is a big boy. This is a big boy. So, I finally managed to acquire the Mega Construx Masters of the Universe Castle Grayskull. Okay, this is because that's a heavy one. I've been after that for a while, so give me and my nephew something to do over the next few months. We'll just have to see how long it actually takes, because I believe there's like 4,000 pieces to that one. And then the next one that I actually got this from the Forbidden Planet. So Forbidden Planet had these in. I've kind of been after this as well for the last, I think I've been after this for like last April. But every time either Forbidden Planet had it in or Amazon had it in, I always kind of miss doing it, because it's like you get paid on the Friday and you'll see it on like the Wednesday or the Thursday, and it's like, oh, I'll get that, I'll buy that on Friday. As soon as Friday comes, it was back up to like 70 quid. So kind of glad. So that's, we've got kind of two, no, let's say Lego. I don't want to offend Mr. Rum. I did have another Lego set. What did they name it? And then thanks to I was talking to Sai about this, that B&M's had these reduced as well, so I managed to pick up the Batplane. Sorry, the Batwing. As you know, I do like my Jokers, so that's probably the reason I got it, because it's kind of gives you the 1980s Joker kind of representation of him. So, who do we have in? We'll just have a quick thing and see who's in the chat before we continue. So we have our good friend Dave. We have the famous Ronaldo. And we have Gap After Dark. Hope you guys are well. And another purchase for the Forbidden Planet. This is another one that Sai kind of mentioned, so I picked up the X-Men 97 Rogue. To be honest with you, I was quite surprised how quickly these were kind of showing up in some of the stores. Then also got the 97 Storm as well. Really nice. I really wanted a decent Rogue, because they've not really done to my opinion, they've not really done a decent Rogue yet. Either the head's kind of off, or the body's not right. Hello there, Silicious. That's my Rogue. Yeah, it's a really nice. It's a nice figure, so I'm kind of glad I've managed to acquire it. Picked up a couple of things from HMV. It's another store in the UK, so I got the Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Neymar. Now I just need to try and find the rest of them. I need to see if Game still had a couple of these under a tenner as well, so I'll see if I can pick any more of these up. And I know my good friend the PK Arrow, Chris, he loves Moon Knight. Didn't really realise that they actually did him as well. But it's kind of crazy that it was 14 quid for him and it reduced it to £6.99. Another good. Now I'm kind of getting back into the multiverse as well, so I picked up the Lex Luthor power suit, but it's the blue one. It's the one that comes with the throne. So that's another. We're talking with our good friend Sai aka Magnafanga Arts. Kind of talking about the multiverse. I'm kind of getting back in it again. Then I pick up from game. I got Firelord. I've maybe showed a few of these off in previous streams, but I just couldn't remember what I've actually showed off and what I haven't showed off, so I thought it would just be a nice little chill out session and kind of show off what I found and stuff. Hey Gerard. And then I found the Princess Leia Orgama in her bounty account as well. It's kind of straight, it's kind of weird that Game are selling these so cheaply now. It's one figure I was looking for when they'd done the original Black Series, like the black boxes. So it's always nice to find bargains. As I keep getting told, I'm the bargain king. Then I got Omega, but this is for a custom. I want to do a female version of Trapjaw, and to me, I think she would probably be that, especially because she comes with all the different accessories and she comes with the 2 different heads. So I'm still trying to work out in my head the best way to actually do this. So I might have to speak to our good friend G-Force and my other good friend Rory, just to kind of, it's the best way to actually do this. Hey Dino, Mr. B. Hey Kat. It's actually funny that Kat's come on because I know she's a big Godzilla fan, and I know Rafi is one, but I was at the charity shop today and I managed to find King Ghidorah. This one's from the Monsterverse ones, but I didn't even know they did a King Ghidorah. So I'm kind of need news to try and find I just need to pick up a Kong, and I've kind of got majority of these Monsterverse lines. That is cool. And it still comes with his little, don't know if the camera will pick up, but it still comes with his little chest piece here. So I'm quite surprised that that's still there. Get some of these. Oh. So, as I was saying to you, B&M's has started getting a certain lining. So they're now starting to sell the Super 7 stuff. So I've been picking up the 3 3/4 inch turtle figures. So I've got Chrome Dome. I think I've showed some of these off before, but I'll just show them off. These are all the stuff. I mean, I've been picking these up over the last couple of weeks. So I've got Mutagen Man. I got Space Cadet Raph. I got just your normal Mikey. Then I got Mondo. I got Heavy Metal Raph. I got Ray. Then I got Sewer Samurai Leo. Then I got Surf Mickey as well. Then I got Napoleon and got Triceratops. But I do have I've got 4 of these over here because I do love this figure. So as soon as I seen B&M's picking these up, I was like, it was a no-brainer for the price. Alright, last 2, I got Casey and also got Stockman as well. So as you can see, the stuff that I've kind of showed off so far, I've kind of went a little bit mental in the last couple of weeks, but I know there was no live stream last week due to family stuff, so kind of gives you a chance to kind of show stuff off. But we have our good friend Ian, so I'll bring him in. Hey Ian, you kind of missed the attraction of the show.
Hey, how you doing, Maz? You okay, mate?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
I saw that you had some rather nice turtle figures in the background while I was pottering before coming on. So,
as you know, there's one item I've been after for last year, and
yeah,
I finally managed to acquire it. So I finally now own the Mega Constructs Castle Grayskull.
Oh, you absolute! I won't swear. You absolute Scottish person.
It's kind of, man, there's a weird story behind that, Ian, right? Because I went on to Amazon just have a wee look to see what was thingy. They had it down to 60 quid.
Yeah.
Right? So I went to game on the Friday morning.
Yep.
And it's the first time. I mean, this is a small game. I mean, this is one that's in like your sports division, Sports Direct.
Mm.
And what was right in the corner was actually free sets of that.
Oh, nice.
First time, and they had them on the website for a while, and then they must have sold out and everything back. But it's the first time I've seen them in the store, and it's like, you dirty son of a bitch. It's always the same, but no, it was only a tenner a difference, eh? Man, it wasn't major, eh? But it's like,
hey, a tenner at the end of the day.
It's one of those things, eh? It's like you can't predict what. But back in that, because when I seen it 60 quid, I went on it, and then a couple of years later, Amazon's been doing weird, like limited deals at the minute. So it'll be on for like 24 hours, and then they'll take it off. And when I seen that Castle Grey, I got it, put it for me, and then Friday I went to game just have a wee kind of wonder.
Yep.
Because sometimes even though it's quite a small game, sometimes it has stuff that's on the website but says it's not in the store.
I'm with you.
And you check your location to see what stores have got them in. They'll say, oh, they're out of stock, but for some reason they've got them on the shelf.
Yep.
And I went to check something, but they never had them in anyway, and I was like, that's typical.
It's always the way, isn't it? Because there's been a couple of times when I've gone into Birkenhead,
take pictures
near us, and it's had the Castle Grayskull in the window, but it's the only their display piece is not they haven't had any in the shop. So I'm like, every time I've had the money, I haven't had it. They haven't had any in. Oh.
I do apologise for causing you a little bit of a heart attack earlier on.
That.
I just got the notification from like 11:30, and I went on, and it was like, oh. It's like, so I ordered 6 of the Rangers.
Yeah.
And I did 4 of the the Transformer ones, but the Transformer ones, I basically only got the characters that I wanted.
Yeah, as I say, I'm going to go down similar routes.
I got a couple because this, as you say, they've not kind of made these guys into the Lightning collection. So I got like Squat and Babu and
yeah, exactly.
Rita's brother, and then I noticed I had Pugsy, so I was like, I'll buy Pugsy. And then I got the green, I got the White Ranger. It's kind of weird that they never had the red one. They had every other color apart from red and green.
I would have said I wouldn't mind getting all the Rangers if they'd had all of them. At least you've had all of them in the same scale, if that makes sense. But such is life. What is Ram up to now? Or should I just...
Was it Cat just did me?
I forget. It's Ram, isn't it?
The war.
Nuclear war. For God's sake, Ram. Do not push the button. Do not push the button, for God's sake. Yes.
I've seen them on that site for £5, and it's like, I'll let you sell, Ken, because it's when do you see Super 7 stuff getting sold for £5 kind of thing? I know B&M's at the minute are selling the turtle figures they're selling the turtle figures for £7 now or £8. So
I nearly dropped my phone when the notification came through because I was on the train, and Kieran raised an eyebrow and said, "What the devil?" And I said, "Trust me, just trust me. The set shop has got deals on. So when I get back later, after Bazzy's stream, I shall be logging on to set shop and probably spending a bit of money."
As I said, man, I had a load of the Transformers, but I got the 2 versions of Grimlock.
Yep.
Because they've got Grimlock in his robot mode, and then they've got him in his T-Rex mode. So I got they 2. I got RC, and I got
Let me log on.
I got Shockwave because, man, between they never had Soundwave. I would have got Soundwave as well, but they never had the Soundwave. So, but as I've said to you and Chris, it's always a good idea to keep checking that every Tuesday and every Thursday because you never know what they'll get on.
Exactly. I mean, the Super 7 stuff for a £5.
And well, for example, I got this from Toys for a Pound when they were selling the Universal Monsters, but it was only the Invisible Man they were selling in.
Bumblebee, nice. So let me put you back on screen. I had you minimized by accident for a minute. Let me just put you back on, and then we can see you again. Lovely. I have to apologise if you see my cat. He's on one.
I also picked up another Krull.
Oh, nice. We like Krulls.
So now I've got kind of the 3. I don't know. It'd be good if I had the vintage version of him, but I don't. So I can kind of have a comparison between them all. But I do have the retro version, so.
We like retro. I mean, as you say, some of the retro versions, because I have been keeping an eye out for that. Some of the retro versions.
Yeah, I'll probably get the piss take out me for this one, but I have watched the series with the wee boy, and I do like it. And this certain character I do like, so I ended up getting one of the Young Jedi Adventures, but it's Nubs.
What the devil is that thing? That is demented.
I have watched this. I've been watching this series with my nephew, so when I seen Nubs, it's like I have to get him. He's just funny as hell in it, Ian.
Fair enough. Come on, you shift your ass.
Kind of running out of space. And then
very cute.
B&M's was actually I've managed now. I think I've got the full set of these now.
Nice.
But they were doing the Cobra Kai figures.
I'm not into Cobra Kai, but if you are, fair play to you.
I'm not technically in, but for the price these were selling them for Ian.
You can't say no, obviously.
You couldn't say no, but I'm trying to hide these for my nephew, but he'll probably know I've bought them now. If he watches this later.
And I can imagine that you'll be blamed if he spends his pocket money later on.
Well, I think tomorrow. I think I'm actually taking them out tomorrow because the schools are got an in-service day tomorrow. So their schools
Oh yeah.
tomorrow. So, and then I got Daniel as well.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's already
What's the
had
sale
already
like?
picked
What's
up
the
three.
bit like
I
on
think
6
they
or?
I think it was Christmas time they started getting these in, but they never sell Daniel or Johnny. So they just kind of picked them up, man. For the price they were, because they're usually about 20-25 quid.
I was going to say, I was saying this to the brother-in-law earlier. The aforementioned site, as you say, it's a good place to look because obviously, as you say, you can pick up stuff for ridiculous.
And then something for Chris, they might like. Hopefully, he doesn't see this, but I didn't even know that these were getting made as well.
Mm.
They're doing new Call of Duty figures.
Oh yes, that's very Chris.
And it's Jazzware. It's Jazzware that's doing them.
Oh yeah,
So
they're a good line.
I picked up a Ghost.
Now that's a good figure. Or rather, it looks a good figure.
These are the
Come on.
Modern Warfare. These are the Modern Warfare ones, eh? I believe there's only two. I think they've only done Ghost and Mason. But Game, again, never had the... I've bought Mason if they had Mason, eh?
Yeah.
But I like,
again, I apologise to the chat for my cat. He's being a complete douchebag.
Because if I take him off...
But we love you.
Shelf, is it? There's the first version of when they've done the Ghost figures.
Oh, nice.
So you can kind of see.
I like it comes with a little display stand.
I don't know if he actually. I think he comes with one as well. But I mean, he'd go and kind of until I take him out the box and have a proper aim, and he might be in scale with the GI Joes as well. But with the classified kind of.
What's the articulation like on those figures in general? Are they reasonable or?
The one I just showed off, I put back on the shelf, man. That's the McFarlane ones, eh? But that's the earlier one, so there is all the articulation. Sometimes you just kind of get them kind of posed, but it's just the way they've been made. But this guy does look quite posable, like.
Nice.
Usually it tells you.
Move your ass,
Usually it tells you on these is like the articulation thingy, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
But I like the idea is that if like it comes with the assault rifle, but he also
I noticed that.
He also comes with two
just
mags.
It comes with, or is it other bits and bobs, or?
It comes with an assault rifle, 2 hands, hand pistol, walkie-talkie, and then he also comes with 2 mags that you can actually put in the gun. So I think that's a good thing. But I know they've been doing that with Valiverse, and I think they started doing that with the GI Joe. But the guys in the chat will be able to tell me that or not.
Mm. Either way, it looks like a good line, so good on you.
Oh, right, I'll get this thing out the road first. So, this was the thing that I seen, right, and I couldn't believe the price of it. So, I picked this up.
Oh my Gideon, that's obviously Iron Man and his gauntlet, isn't it?
Yeah. But look how much they were selling them for, man.
JC and all his disciples. Am I reading that right?
Yeah, so it's went from 108.99 down to 29.98.
How on earth are they?
I honestly don't know because I thought it was a mistake and I had to kind of. Because sometimes games bad for that is that they'll just randomly put stickers on items and it's like, oh, they're sitting, and then you go to the till and it's basically gone through its full price. But I got the lassie to double check it for me and she's like, no, she says these are getting sold for 30 quid. I was like, what? I says, can you put it behind is it possible to put that behind and I'll come back in about 20 minutes? Because I didn't fancy walking about Dunfermline with this.
Fair enough. Well, as you say, that's an amazing price for that.
And then we had a new TK Maxx open up near me, Ian, on Thursday. So I just kind of went in just to see what they had down the toy section.
Yeah.
You know, TK Maxx can be a hit and a miss.
Oh, very much so.
But
certainly around here anyway.
I wasn't really going to bother buying these lines, but I ended up picking up the Chung-Li.
Nice. Now, to be fair, I was going to go for those figures, but I didn't fancy paying full price for them.
Well, even if you get your brother-in-law to check your local TK Maxx's, because they've at the minute I've only seen the Chung-Li in them, but the Chung-Li's down to 15 quid. I'd rather pay 15 quid than the original £31 that they're.
15 quid's about average for LC, isn't it? 15.25. But yeah.
What have we got here? Right, so this was kind of stuff I picked up at the toy fair.
Okay.
So I picked up the 66 Batmobile.
Oh, nice.
Man, I was trying to get videos done for it, but it was, to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting it to be busy, because there was actually another toy fair in a place called Errol that's about 50 minutes away from me.
Yeah, what line's that from, Baz? I might have to pick that one up myself.
So I was quite surprised how busy it was, Ian. And I was quite surprised how some of the stalls that I got some of this stuff off of, they were selling them cheap as hell, man. So I got this. The guy wanted 20 quid for it, so I managed to get him down to 15.
That is good. That is very, very good.
So now I need to try it. When I seen that for foot, I was like, it's no brainer. So now I need to try. Now I need to try and acquire a Batman and a Robin for it.
Agreed. What scale is that? That looks pretty. That looks like a big boy.
It's for you. I'm not too sure what the 66 it is. 5-inch or are they 6-inch?
Maybe the chat will know. Because that's not an area I'm fully aware of.
I never got this from the toy fair, but I've been looking at this guy for a while, and I basically got him off of Amazon for $12.99.
Oh, nice.
So he's to go with the Bebop and the Rocksteady that I've got. But I've been after this guy for a while. But every place that I knew that were selling this line, he was out of stock. Yeah. But I do like the Triceratons, eh? I did try to go back on and order another one, but they were out of stock. As I say, you got to be. Sometimes you have to be kind of quick for them.
Yep.
And then one guy was selling these, so I bought this one off him first. So I got the G.I. Joe Super 7 Ultimate Bat.
Ooh.
He was selling these for 25 quid, Ian.
Now that you can't say no to.
Right. But then I bought Stalker off him as well.
Oh, gorgeous. I mean, I haven't started the G.I. Joe line yet.
Right. So,
it's always to start when I get some more space.
Same guy had this, and as you can see with the price, he was selling them for 25 quid.
Yep.
And I kind of went back, I kind of looked in and I said, do I get them or do I know? And the guy's like, because you've bought the other two, he says, if you want Duke, I'll knock off 10 quid. So I technically got Duke for 15. And I was like, it's not really, I know like folk are like, they're not in scale with any of the Joes that are out at the minute, eh? But when you see deals like this, and you can't walk away.
No.
I was just lucky enough that I kind of put money away for the last like 2 or 3 months, because Si was meant to be coming up, but there was something happened that we couldn't hang it. And then on Friday, on Thursday, I kind of just started picking bits up, and I says, Ken, what? I'll leave some money. We'll go to the toy fair, the small toy fair on Saturday, and see what they've got. And I'm kind of glad I did.
Well, you've done well there, buddy.
Oh, I'm not finished yet, Ian.
Well, 1 minute so far, you've done well. Oh, you.
The guy was selling us for 35 quid, Ian.
No, that is an effing steal.
That was the right price. It was 35 quid, right? But the story behind this one, right, is that the guy was doing a raffle. So it was £2 for a raffle ticket.
Yep.
And the number that I got, this is what I got. So I didn't have to pay the £35 for it.
Oh,
He's like either £35 or you buy a £2 and take your luck. But it's like the raffle he was doing, he had Kimberly's helmet, he had this morpher, he had Billy's weapons as well, he had a lightsaber. I was hoping to get the lightsaber, but that's even better.
you can't say no to that. You can't say no to that, mate.
As you know, I've said to you before, I've always wanted a proper morpher. I know you can't really because it's the female version, but
it's
just
a
nice just
morpher,
to have.
especially when the standard morphers are like standard LC morphers like 200 quid, unless you go for the pink one.
And the bonus, and I wasn't expecting to find this at the toy fair because I was about to throw down big money for this. The only place that had them in stock was Amazon, and they wanted about fucking 50 quid for it. And you'll probably know exactly who I'm going to thingy, but I managed to find this at the toy fair.
Why am I not surprised? In fact, that is probably the least. I looked at that online and I wasn't 100% sure. But now I've seen the figure, you may just have convinced me.
But no, it was Sai was saying, it's like, if you can get a hoodie, this, get it because this will go quick. Because they've only made 7,400 pieces of this year. But Amazon wanted 50 quid, and Sai was like, don't pay 55 quid for it.
No. That's still bloody stunning.
And then something from your childhood, Ian. I couldn't resist this. There was a nice couple there doing 3D prints.
Yep.
So I've always wanted this certain character. I was always hoping they would have done a toy line back in the day, but they never.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as I seen your little friend Falcor.
Oh! Round of applause. Falcor.
I don't know how good the camera will pick up with it being white in that, but I could not resist. I could not resist this.
You posted a picture. You posted a picture earlier the week, and I'll be honest, I wasn't 100% sure what it was.
Yeah, it's your luck dragon, Falcor.
Of course, yeah.
I could not resist. Could not resist it, man. I've seen so many folk posting these online and that, and it's like they were just so expensive.
I must admit, I would have probably got one.
But I could not resist.
I don't know if you've seen Baz, but
and then they gave me, because I bought the Falcor, they gave me this little dude for nothing.
Oh well, you can't say no to him. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen Baz, but Comic-Con Aberdeen have announced David Yost. And
I've seen that. To be honest with you, I would love to go out, but Aberdeen's like fucking miles away from me, man.
Well, I'm planning a weekend up in Scotland, so I'll hopefully try and divert to see you.
And I'm not finished. This is still got a couple of more bits to show, but the Entertainer was doing a good deal.
Well, yeah, we all like the Entertainer doing their good deals.
So we're doing a good deal. So this was meant to be 120 quid, and they were selling it for 60 quid, but it's only an online deal.
Yeah.
So I got the Iron Man helmet that arrived today.
Oh.
As when I seen that, I goes, kind of what that'd be, bro. That would go bro with the gauntlet.
That looks amazing.
So,
that looks amazing.
I did go to the charity shop. I've already showed off the.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the charity shop.
But at the weekend, went to charity shops as well. I finally found one of these, and I've been wanting one of these for a while.
Oh, flipping heck.
These were it was either battle trolls or warrior trolls. I can't remember what the line was, but they'd done like
I vaguely remember it. For them.
they'd done like a Robocop, Terminator, Ninja. They've done weird characters. Yeah, I found this at the weekend as well. Just pity it's missing its fucking missiles, but
Hey, that's a decent buy for a charity shop.
I found this actually last week, but
That looks like a wrestler, but
I
I'm right.
came back in the back because I was showing Rum these because Rum's picking up like weird knockoff stuff to go to his Pervy squad. I actually forgot this was in here. I'm talking about I need a King Kong, but I've already got one.
Oh, nice. We like a King Kong.
And then there was one. I wished I took a picture of this in the shop, but I never did, like a twat that I was.
Don't worry about it.
But late the day, I found these as well.
Oh.
So these are the Lanard Corps, like the G.I. Joe knockoffs.
Yep.
So always when I see these, I always pick these up, Dave.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Dave, I need to stop crying you fucking Dave. But I found this at the weekend. And it's something that B&M's is selling. Right? I don't know why the fuck these are, that somebody's sent this into a charity shop. But I found this in a charity shop on Saturday.
What the? Is that a?
This is scratch.
Of course.
I paid $3.99 for it.
Really?
I was surprised. I was like, am I fucking dreaming? I was surprised that's in the charity shop already.
That's in amazing condition.
It is, man. There's no scratches on or anything, so I don't know if this was sent in by mistake or what.
Well, it might have been one of the, unless it's an unwanted present or something. Yeah.
Aye, but even though, man, you know how much he's technically worth.
Oh,
I know you can, in a minute you can get them for B&M's for 20 quid, but man, when I seen that on the shelf, I was like, is that what I fucking think?
He's coming home with me, exactly. I'd be the same.
And I was like, you know what? I know I've already got a box, but I says, it ain't leaving him fucking behind.
Well, the advantage is you can leave him in box and then have him on the shelf. So,
well, that's kind of the plan. I have been kind of having and I have bought a lot of stuff over the last few months, like just either being there at a good time, bargains wise, got a lot of the Super 7 stuff, and just random pickups for like B&M's, Home Bargains, TK Maxx, going to the charity shops when I can, and going to the book sales when I can. And I've kind of been looking at this display behind me here.
Yeah,
I'm going to try and keep the Joker stuff the way it is, but I might try and get some more bits and pieces kind of sorted on this. There is bits that's been on here for a while, so I might take certain items off and replace it with other stuff.
Yeah.
But like myself is like that helmet. I like to do what I've kind of, I don't know if is that you can see how when I picked up the clone trooper helmet.
Oh yes.
I thought I had more from in Black Series clones, but it's only the one. So I know I've got a lot of the 3 3/4 inch from in clones, so I was going to do like a shelf, like what Billy's got. He has the helmet and then he has the figures next to it. Just
Oh,
put
yes.
Zed helmet when they fit in here. Because I put that with the 2 different Lord Zeds that I've got. But I was kind of thinking that with Iron Man, but I know I have got quite a few different variations of Iron Man. But it's kind of getting the time to do it, Ian.
Oh, definitely. I mean, as you say, sometimes you want it because obviously, as you said before, you've got so much that you want to rotate occasionally, which...
It's just that over the last couple of weeks, my mum's been really no well. She's been in and out of hospital kind of thing, And
Yeah,
my mind's been in other places, Ian.
Well, quite understandable. I mean, I don't think anybody would expect you to be.
My mind's been in other places, and it doesn't help that works. That's what now starting to film and pick up because we're now coming into the season that nobody really wants to talk about because it's still a bit on the early side.
Yeah, the season beginning with
and already thinking about that, and it's like, come on, it's only the 1st of November. We've still got a couple of weeks before we have to kind of properly start from and thinking about it. But as you know,
I found a certain because we needed a new one, a certain very important item that you had to have at Christmas, and I found one in the charity shop for 25 quid. So of course ours is up way earlier than I would like, but only because there is no other place to put it at the moment.
Well, that's the thing. It's with charities, man. What I've noticed with charity shops, man, they're not as cheap as they used to be.
Nope.
But this is this time of the year is a good time to actually go to charity shops because a lot of them, because like Amazon for one, Amazon donate a lot of toys and clothes and that to certain charities, and basically they put them in their shops. They sell them. Because I know the one that's doing for my work, they get a lot of stuff from us, and they could be earning from say £3 up to 25 quid.
Absolutely,
depending on what it is. But it's what I've always said is, if it's for your own collection, you don't mind paying that little bit extra.
Oh no, definitely.
You don't mind paying that little bit extra. I
mean, I fell over in shock when
like for your brother-in-law, if he was to go there and it's like, oh, they've got Lightning Collection, but they're wanting 20 quid for it. Is it worth me picking that up to sell on? Because you might not get, because you would want to put an extra few pounds on just to get your money back. When you see things like that, it's all right for your own collection, but not if you're going to do a resale. You want stuff cheaper so you can make a profit.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like I was saying today about the Super 7 stuff we were just talking about. I was saying to Kieran, it's obviously okay to pick it up for a £5 for our own collections, but we'd struggle to sell it on.
Maybe no, because if you actually look up the prices online, they go anything from 15 to 20 quid. So even if you pick up for a £5 and you sell it for 15, you're going to make a £10 profit per figure.
Absolutely, but you are right about charity jobs though, because I think that sometimes they genuinely think that something's expensive when it's not. I'll give you an example. They had a beautiful Christmas ornament, right? It was like a Father Christmas sat on a chair reading a book thing, and I thought, well, that would look lovely in our window. So they wanted 170 quid for it. I logged online, and the same ornament was available for 60 quid. So clearly, somebody has not been paying attention to what the stuff is online, if that makes sense.
Just when I seen those, I mean, I know you were talking about Transformers a few months back, and it's like you're not really wanting to stand there for hours and try to transform this thing, and then you end up getting frustrated and fucking yeeking it somewhere
and swearing. Yeah, exactly. As you say,
when I seen the Transformers, that's kind of perfect for you.
Just for nostalgia's sake, and when I'm with you on the stream or with Chris, I can transform and we can go, well, that was fun, but we don't want to be doing that again.
Because when they do, I mean, they have, they've got like, I think there was 8 or 10 different Transformers, and there was like 6 or 7 different Power Ranger ones.
I mean, I'm looking at the aforementioned site now, and I'm just scanning through. I mean, there's some nice ones.
There is, man. I got Shockwave because, I mean, Shockwave is one of my, probably my second favorite Decepticon. Man, I'm always fucking Soundwave. I always love Soundwave. Soundwave. I don't know what it was with Soundwave as a kid, but I love Soundwave. But Shockwave was always like my second.
I was always a fan of Starscream as a kid. Don't know why, but I was.
I mean, I always loved, and I seen the 2 versions, the Grimlock, and it's like, oh, I'll get them, man. I was hoping it would have done the Zords as well for the Power Rangers, man. It would have been good if you got the different versions of the Zords.
Oh yes.
But fortunately, because if they had the Dragon Zord, I would have picked up the Dragon Zord, especially for a $5, because I mean that is an expensive. That's an expensive one.
I mean, I've just spotted
the White Ranger. I think the White Ranger is quite expensive now as well, or due to GDF passing away.
I mean, I've just spotted, for example, on the same aforementioned website, right? A Shazam figure, which would be nice for my DC collection, for £2. I mean, you can't really pass that up.
No, it's always worth checking that site, Ian. I mean, I didn't realize it was. I thought it was one of those, because you've seen it on Facebook constantly. I always thought it was one of these dodgy sites, but it's no.
No, because we ordered a couple of bits.
It took me a year, because last year they were selling Marvel Legends last year.
Yeah,
could have basically got some decent Marvel Legends. They did have Origin figures last year as well.
Yeah,
I didn't thinking it was one of these thingy sites, and it wasn't until this year talking to Dave about it. It's like, no, he says, I've bought a few. I buy stuff off of that, and then as soon as stuff was coming up that kind of tickled your fancy, as to say, I ended up just buying them.
absolutely.
But it's like when I got the notification today about 3 3/4 inch Transformers, I was like, oh, what's this? And then when I went on, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I've just been looking at it, and
I would have bought every Power Ranger and every Hingy, but I was like, no, it's coming up to Christmas. You've still got Christmas stuff to buy. You need to calm down.
Oh, aye.
So I just kind of got the Power Ranger ones. I kind of got the ones I really wanted, or the ones I think would go quick. And then I was looking at the Transformer. I said, do I buy some Transformer ones or just leave it? And it's like, and I seen the 2 Grimlocks, and it's like, okay, what? I'll buy the 2 Grimlocks. I'll get RC, and I'll get Shockwave. And if they've still got them if they're still selling them on the site during the week, I might see what I'll see what the money situation is, and I might actually just buy some more, just for the price. And it's, as you say, if you look at the Transformer ones, I mean, they have got some good Transformers there.
I mean, I've just been scanning
from Galvatron. I think they've got a couple of the Insecticons as well.
Yeah, I was just, as I said, just scanning them very quickly, and they look very good.
And Sound Blaster and all that. They've got Bumblebee. Bet they never had a proper Megatron or an Optimus. But I think they've got.
That's the only thing that I was disappointed about.
If you kind of scroll down, Ian, I think they might have Nemesis Prime. But could be wrong.
Give me a minute. I'm actually on there now, so here we go.
There was one there that kind of did look like Optimus, but it was like the color scheme was black.
Reaction.
Gold, so I don't know if it's Nemesis or it's just another.
They do have one, but it's out of stock. It's the Fallen Leader Optimus.
See, that's what I'm saying. You need to be quick with these because these will go like fucking hot cookies, especially for that price.
Oh boy.
That's why I kind of mentioned it in
quick.
case there's anything there that you wanted to get or add to the collection. That's why I kind of mentioned it to you earlier on.
Oh yeah. Well, as I say, I'm gonna grab a cup of tea and when we finish talking and go through it and end up spending some money, as you say. I would imagine after Christmas as well would be a good time to do it.
Man. They do have a, as you say, if you always check it on a Tuesday, it's usually about between 11:30, 12 o'clock when they update their site, and it's the same on a Thursday. It's always just handy. Just check it on Thursday, go through like the £1 section, £2, £3, £4, £5, and then there's 6+. There'll probably be always something new get put up, and there might be something there. It's like, oh crap, they're actually selling it for that price.
Oh yes, and as you say, different things come up at different times. Like for example, I'm not going to be able to get them today, but the Eagle Moss, the Eagle Moss statues I showed off the other week, Thor and
Yes.
I've noticed I've got the others from the line, Captain America and.
They've got fun. The good thing about it is that every couple of weeks, if something that they've put on the site and it's done well, like sale-wise, they will restock it.
Definitely, I'll give them.
Even if
they are very, very good.
Just say, for example, you wanted the Rito figure, but it went out of stock. If you put from an email, the notification at the bottom of it, I'll say email when back in stock. Can you that? Get a few, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and they'll have them back in stock again.
Absolutely, because
I've kind of noticed that with the Toys for a Pound is that once they go to stock, if the sales have done well, they will bring them back in.
Exactly.
I keep missing it.
They'll notice that these will go very quick. So I would imagine they'll have them again. I'll be very surprised if they don't.
All right, but I mean, as I say, get the ones that you really want. If you just want to get like Scott, Babu, and Rito, just get them. Didn't go daft and buy stuff that you don't need.
Definitely no.
Buy it for the sake of it.
Exactly. No. Absolutely. I'd say that's the very worst thing you can do is, as you say, get a figure for the sake of it. Whereas at £5 a figure, you're saving a fortune.
No, that's Sound Blaster. It's not from Soundwave.
I'm up to 40 quid so far.
When I seen Shock, they have got. No, it was Shockwave I bought. Because I'm quite surprised at that's the only one of them that's actually out of stock at the minute. I'm just kind of having a quick squinting myself just to see exactly. I was expecting these to be gone by the filming within the first couple of hours of them getting released.
Yeah, as you say, that's why you have to prioritise, isn't it?
Well, I had spare for the last couple of weeks because the weather's been bad here. I've not really had a chance to actually go out, so I've just kind of been putting money aside. So I was lucky enough. If I never had spare money to get this, I wouldn't have bought that stuff the day. But it's like I would have waited till tomorrow, and then when got paid, I would have ordered them. But it's like I kind of my luck. Tomorrow will come and they'll be gone. So it's just like, I've got spare money there. I'll just order what I want, and if they do have them, if they still got them in like next week, then I might order some more.
Oh, aye.
But the thing about it is, like, when they come, do you open them or do you keep them in the packaging? Because if you look at the pictures and you look at the card art, it's the card art that's kind of selling them to you.
Yes, agreed.
Ghost put out a quick video today showing a table stacked with bargains that he picked up. I think everybody's kind of looking at me and saying, "Yeah, bargain baz." They're taking everything in and then going and find their own bargains.
I mean, also, I think, as you said before, Baz, because to use the Power Rangers one as an example, I've noticed that the ones that are starting to go are on the popular list are the ones that, as I said before, haven't been released by the Lightning Collection yet.
I know that they've done Scorpina and the Lightning Collection, but
they have. But
if you Google Power Rangers, some prices for certain ones are a lot higher than normal.
Yes.
They usually go, I think they're either between $12.99 to $19.99, depending on where you go.
Absolutely.
So if you think of it, if you're buying one for 20 quid, you could have bought one for 20 quid and then realised they had that, and you're like, shit, I could have got 4 of them for the same price. I know you're still paying 20 quid for, but at least you're getting 4 for the price of one.
I mean, some of these are ideal little stocking fillers.
Oh, aye. So, man, it's like that. They're kind of, if you really want, if you've got nieces and if you've got nephews, it's a nice little fucking.
I'd like to point out I also have a wife that's into Disney, so.
Oh, that's the good thing about that site, though, Ian, is that there is a lot of little stocking fillers kind of thing. Because, like, my sister does a Christmas Eve box.
Yes.
I've done it. Faye was about 4, so I always buy just random things and I put it in his box. So Christmas Eve before he goes, he's got stuff to him up. He can play with and do what he wants. Just usually like but I always put a little toy or whatever in there. So he's.
What's the Disney Mirrorverse line like? Baz, because they've got a nice Baloo here, which I've got my eye on.
Oh, they're nice figures, like, because I've got the Baloo and I've also got the Silly. The nice. Okay. The Baloo is not really articulated, but I wouldn't take out the box. I would keep that boxed.
Yep.
Just like I know it's based on a game. I've never played the Mirrorverse, so I'm not too sure.
I should look it up at some point.
But the Baloo is a nice figure. I don't know if they've still got the Jack Sparrow one, but they've got the Jack Sparrow one as well. I don't know if they're still selling the Jack Sparrow one or if that's stopped.
Give me a sec. They don't appear to have it.
They were doing the Jack Sparrow one for the exact same price as well, Ian.
That's a shame. I've been after a half-decent Jack Sparrow.
And that one is because they've done I think they've actually done 2 versions of the Mirrorverse. Because you've got one that comes in the bubble, and then you've got one that comes in a box, and the ones that come in the box are basically the fully articulated ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like Baloo, he's only got like a swivel in the waist, his arms move up and down, and he's got a swivel in the head. But they're chunky. I mean, they're like one of them falling on your fucking head.
I can imagine not.
But as I say, it's always good just to go through every section because they're always putting stuff good on it. And maybe nothing that interests you, but it could be something that, like for Disney, if Anne's into our Disney stuff, there might be Disney stuff. He's like, oh, would you fancy that or want this? Or especially if you've got nieces and nephews, it's always nice when it comes to birthdays and Christmas Eve. If you want to do like a little stocking filler box kind of thing, or
like I've just fallen over, for example, a couple of Star Trek things.
They're doing it's like little totems.
Yeah, I must admit I wasn't convinced by them, but for a couple of quid each, I don't mind taking a risk.
Well, they're usually about six or 7 quid, Ian. So they're selling it for 2. I mean, I have seen them because they do the Marvel ones as well. I've seen the Marvel ones.
Mm.
And they're basically little. It's like you can make your own little totem pole thing, so you can stack them. Because I think I think they had like Geordie and Worf, and I think they had Picard, and they did have more. They had
At
Borg
the moment, they've got Worf, Data, and Geordie.
because they had the Borg, they had the Borg, they had Kirk, they had Spock. They had quite a few, but a lot of them, thing like the Spock and the Kirk, I think they went quite quick because they're the more famous Star Trek characters, if you know what I mean.
Oh yes. I mean, as an example, it's not for me personally.
I've seen the Marvel ones, and they are, for what they are, they're nice little gimmicky things.
Yep.
But
I mean, I just had a wander over to the Star Wars
pay
section.
£6 for them
Definitely.
for what they are, kind of thing.
I mean, I've just wandered over to the Star Wars section, and they've got a couple of Black Series figures for £8. You know,
They've
can't argue with that one, can you?
what they call. They did have quite a lot of the retro ones in, but as soon as the retro ones come in, they get sold out quite quick. So I've kind of been lucky to manage to acquire them before they've disappeared again. But they always seem to restock them every month.
They always seem quite popular. I mean, another example, they seem to get a lot of. It's an obvious statement, but it's still worth saying it. They obviously get a lot of Marvel stuff as well, because that always goes.
As I said, man, last year they were selling Marvel Legends, and I thought it was a dodgy. I never bothered.
Agreed. I was mildly annoyed at myself.
It's like you always see these sites pop up on Facebook, Ian, and it's like, are they legit sites? Even though folk are commenting, it's like, yeah, I've went and bought it, but it's like, but have you actually thinking it? And it wasn't until talking to Dave at the beginning of the year about that, and he's like, no, he says, I've bought a shitload of stuff for it. So I kind of taken the gamble and bought a couple of bits off it just to see them, and you got them within 2 or 3 days. They're quite cool.
I mean, most of us have ordered bits and pieces, so we know they're trustworthy.
Well, I know when I kind of showed the Apex figures off to Chris was like, oh, for fuck's sake, boss.
I think most of us have said that at some point where you're involved.
Well, to be honest with you, when I posted that on Discord earlier on, I was expecting you to say, for fuck's sake, not gay.
Well, I did verbally, but not on the chat. I just was like, yeah, he's done it again.
As I say, I seen them and I was like, I know you're a big Power Ranger fanny, and I was like, they might not be his cup of tea, but he might fancy having a couple just for the collection. At least you can. You've got a couple.
Yeah, they're definitely. As you say, I'll end up picking up a couple of Transformers as well. As you say,
I'll be getting a message. I'll be waking up tomorrow morning and I'll check my phone. There'll be a message for you. It's like, you bastard, I've just went and spent £60.
You're actually not too far off. I'm up to £50 already.
I've just spent 60 fucking quid. Anne's going to kill me.
Oh, it's worth it.
Sorry, just send Anne. Just tell Anne it's my fault. I'll take the blame this time.
Well, put it this way: it's also the way I see it is, I either spend £5 on a figure now, or I spend £15 on it later. It's their choice.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's why I know that we're different generations, me and you. Well, we're kind of the same, but like with Chris and that, they never grew up with like the 3/4-inch figures, so I can understand why a lot of like Chris is not a big fan of them.
Nope.
But because we grew up with Star Wars, the original Star Wars figures were all 3/4-inch. I still love the 3/4-inch figures.
Oh yes,
So
I do as well. And some of them, especially they're from the same line.
Characters that you really want in that scale, you're going to buy them. It doesn't matter how much you pay for them, but getting them for a quarter of what some retailers are wanting for them is a bonus.
I mean, also if you're limited on space as well, which.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you had a 4-foot fucking shelf, you'd be able to probably
Well, at the moment, I'm still
at least about 50 or 60 of those figures on, because you don't have to pose them. They're on the one thing. You just have to get like the stairs, a couple of them in sets of stairs, and then you could have them different heights.
yes. Well, that's what I'm looking at doing, because I've got the modelling wax that that holds it into place, but obviously it doesn't do very well on wood. So I need to get the plastic because it holds better.
Even man, Blue Tack does the exact same fucking thing as well. I know with that works good.
I'll be honest with you, it was Chris that gave me the idea.
When the UK does get the sunshine, it fucking melts it.
Oh yes.
But no, I'm kind of more excited about what Home Bargains and B&M's are going to get in the next couple of weeks. I'm fucking dreading going to these two shops, Ian.
Oh well, I always, by the way, talking of B&M, of random finds, I haven't tried them yet, but I wandered into, not B&M, Home and Bargains, I'll get it right in the end. Home and Bargains, I wandered in to pick up a multi-tool for the wheelchair. And as you do, you pick up a drink while you're there. And next to the counter, they had Christmas pudding flavoured crisps.
Oh,
I kid you not. I was stood there staring at them and thinking, what the bloody hell are these? Pigs in blankets crisps they had next to them. That makes sense. But Christmas pudding flavoured crisps? Seriously? I mean, I'd love to know if anybody in the chat's tried one, because
I don't mind Christmas pudding, but it's not my favourite.
Definitely not.
Imagine having a packet crisp flavoured. That's minging.
That is just weird, isn't it? It was one of those scenarios where I had to look at it and go, hang on a minute, have I got this right?
I have. Now, the funny you should actually say that, because I was in Home Bargains the other day there, and they have got a new selection. The Walkers have got a new selection of crisps, and they're all like weird flavours.
Yep.
Talking about like weird flavours, I noticed the baked beans are now doing hot and spicy baked beans.
I've had barbecue beans before, which were quite nice. That makes sense, but hot and spicy?
Yeah, they've got like peri peri and hot chili and ghost pepper.
Sounds all right.
They've got ghost pepper baked beans. Fuck that! It's bad enough when you eat baked beans. What fucking imagine you eat that. They've been none left of your. They've been none left of your asshole after that. That's a challenge for PK. Eat a tin of fucking ghost chili fucking baked beans.
How to get him to run? How to get him to run quicker than ever? Just.
I've seen it. I've seen it advertised, and it's like, what? Peri peri baked beans.
Peri peri, I can live with, as I say. I don't mind the flavour. Peri peri.
Like peri peri. They've got I've seen the ghost chili ones and Asda's, and they've also got the jalapeno ones as well. Jalapeno flavoured. It's like, no, I'll just stick to original baked beans.
Yes. I mean, I don't mind, as you say, as we said, a little bit of barbecue on your beans, or a bit of Worcester sauce on your beans. That's quite nice. But as you say, ghost pepper can go and do one.
What you do is that you depending on if you put your baked beans in the microwave or if you do them on the stove, like majority of folk would do them on the stove, is it always grate a little bit of cheese into them?
Oh, aye.
And then,
yeah. Cheesy beans. That's definitely an idea for lunch tomorrow. On a jacket potato.
Cheesy beans, and you put on a bit of bread, and you put more cheese on top, and you put it under the grill, and it's like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah, bit of Worcester sauce. Very nice.
At least I can see it now. Worcestershire sauce. It's taken ages to try and pronounce that. Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire. Yep.
Or you hear folk saying it's like, what was it? What's your sister sauce? And it's like, what the fuck?
By the way, Worcester sauce crisps are actually quite nice. It took me years to get used to, but they're nice. The other one on a crisp related note is Marmite flavored. Weirdly, we had worked this out for 10 points. I like the Marmite flavored crisps.
I've tried Marmite, man. It's not the nicest.
I was going to say, I don't like Marmite on taste, but Marmite crisps are alright.
I would probably try crisp, but like Marmite is like, nah, that is just like the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
A big fat no. Along with peanut butter.
It's kind of like that. I think Marmite's like that. Is it Vegemite? Like what the Australian stuff? A lot of folk have kind of compared the two, and they're kind of like similar. One slightly nicer than the other one.
Oh, yes. Very much so.
So I was only going to do about an hour, but we'll go about 15 minutes left in.
All right.
So, quick question for you: is there anything on your radar that you're kind of looking at or after, or is there anything come out that's kind of
at the moment
tickled your pickle?
At the moment, I'm keeping an eye out for a Power Rangers Morpher and as you know, I've got my swords on my wall. So I'm keeping an eye out for a decent Thundercat sword and a Power Rangers Power Sword of some reasonable description that isn't ridiculously.
What are you willing to pay for the Power Sword? Just curiosity.
Depends what it is, I'll be completely honest.
Because I know Game at the moment, I think they're $240 for the Lightning Collection one.
Little bit above my budget, I'll be completely honest. I mean, what?
They do have Kimberly's Morpher for 61.
That isn't too bad.
But I know they have got. I know they are. My one definitely has the Power Sword because the one I'm sure it was 200 and. It's either $239.99 or it was $236.99.
But I know what annoyed me was Hasbro Pulse had them for €99 on the European version, which annoyed the hell out of me.
But that's the thing is that if you keep checking, if you know places that sell them, if you keep checking them, sometimes it's a waiting game. If you want a long waiting game, then go for it.
Definitely, as we said before, a long waiting game is the way to go. I mean,
as you know me, is it especially with that Castle Grayskull? I've been after that for nearly 2 years. I know. I've been wanting one.
When I first met you, it's one of the first things you mentioned.
The price was always kind of too high for me. And every time you notice it went down, you never had the cash to buy it.
Mm.
But I made sure over the last, because your weather's been fucking terrible the new, so I'm not really getting a chance to go out because everywhere that's near me was all flooded. So
absolutely. I mean, that's even too bad up here.
Fairmont and Kirkcaldy and Glenrothes, all the roads were all flooded, so I couldn't get it. So the money, when you got paid, I was just kind of putting money away.
Yep.
New Christmas was coming out, new MLT was coming out. So I says, well, I'm not going to get spent. I says, I'll just end up just buying stuff online. And then whatever I had left, I kind of just putting it into the collection fund.
Agreed.
And then when I seen that deal for that, it's like, oh, I'll get that, and then get this and get that.
And then get to the exactly.
But you know me, majority of the stuff that I do get is bargains. It's just things that you wouldn't technically find for that price, or you wouldn't think you would get for that price.
Absolutely. I mean, what annoyed the hell out of me talking of morphers was the Power Rangers Master Morpher, right? On Hasbro, right? When it was out, the UK didn't get didn't get a chance. I'll be honest with you, we did not get a chance in Hades of that. I know of several people who were literally much like I was, literally was trying to put the payment through, and it went like that. It went within seconds.
There was on Saturday. There was one guy there, and he was basically just Power Rangers, Lightning Collection, vintage. But his prices, he was probably the dearest vendor there
I'm not surprised.
because he had a flip head Tommy, Green Ranger, and White Ranger. The Green Ranger had no shield, no weapon. It was paint was all coming off. He wanted 120 quid for it.
What
He wanted
the hell?
and then he had the big 7-inch White Ranger that comes with Tiger Zord.
Yeah.
That thing was battered as well. He wanted 200 quid for that.
Oh my god.
But I didn't laugh at him, but I was laughing in my head because he actually had on it. This is a rare Power Ranger. Oh no more.
I mean, far be it from me to criticise anybody for selling. It's their right to do with what they wish, but sometimes people just need a reality check.
But it's just funny that you mentioned a Master Morpher there because he did have a Master Morpher there, but he wanted 380 quid for it.
Jesus.
And I'm saying to myself, man, that's only what? It's only £100 to buy it retail, isn't
it? Officially, it's something like 66, 67 retail, if you can get hold of it.
But I was like, but man, I know you will get folk that will put a little bit extra because it's GDF and.
Oh no, definitely. And if it was being sold for,
when we see things like that, man, these other Rangers. I mean, they had like Kimberly, Billy, and he only wanted about 15, 20 quid for them. But the Green Rangers and the White Ranger for Tommy, and even the Dino Thunder version of the Black Ranger that Tommy played as well, that was expensive.
I'll be absolutely honest. It does annoy me, and I'll try not to swear. It does annoy me very much when it's plain and obvious profiteering. If somebody is genuinely selling something that's a rare item, that's good on them, I say. But when it's plain and obvious that it's scalping, which it clearly is, that annoys me.
It's when I seen that, I was like, surely Christ, that's not what that's gone for. And I went and I managed to find one where I was there, and it was
who can genuinely afford that?
Somebody was selling it for £100 on eBay, and I was like, but he's wanting triple what? But then again, I think it's because it's GDF. It's his last kind of thing that he was a part of.
Exactly. It's because also he recorded bits and pieces for them as well.
And I kind of hate that when if there's like a series and you've got a celebrity and he's done well and they've got action figures for him or they've got some sort of memorabilia for him, as soon as they pass away, they automatically put the prices up thinking, because he's not here any longer, I'm going to get more for it. I don't think to me, that's not right.
To me, that is very, very, very wrong. I mean, making a profit, say, I don't know, if you sold something that was over 60 quid originally and you sold it for 100 quid, yeah, that's reasonable, reasonable markup. But when you're talking about 2, 3, 4 times the actual price, especially with him passing away and especially with the circumstances of what happened to him, it's just a no-no.
It does annoy me. Like, I don't know if the guys in the chat can you agree with me, but to me it's not right when they do things like that.
I mean, I think it's down to us as collectives just to say no, because eventually
when things like that happen, it's like, especially if there's something come out and you're a collector and you want that specific item, you can't get the item because it's way over your price range, and you kind of get gutted that you can't get that specific item because other folk are just buying three or four.
I'm just having a flick through on eBay now, right? The Master Morph is between 300 and 500 at the moment, which is plainly ridiculous. I mean, ignoring all possible jokes, if I paid 300 quid for that, I'd need me examining.
Ian, if you paid 300 quid for that, I would tear a disturbance in the force. Because I know Ange just went and clocked you in the head with a rolling pin.
Not only that, I'd want my sanity questioning.
It'd be like
no, I wouldn't have any sanity. As you say, I'd be clocked around the head and buried under the patio.
But like seen at Star Wars when Obi-Wan feels the disturbance in the Force when Alderaan gets blown up.
Yes.
And just hears all those screams, that's what it'll be. It'll be just like, you'll hear that one scream and it'll be like, oh, that's it, Ian's gone.
Yeah,
Ian's had enough.
Yep, somebody's clearly. Yep, sorry. Sorry, yeah, sorry, good lady. Sorry, sorry, miss. Yes, please backing in. Sorry, Anne, we can't pay the electric bill this month. Why?
Why? I've just went and bought this. What? Blink. Oh, then again, I mean, there's things out there that I would love to have in the collection. It's just the price is just way out of my price range.
I mean, there are several items that I want. I mean, I want as I said, because Mum mistakenly got rid of most of my Zords, I want most of those Zords back, you know. But again, they're difficult to get hold of in decent condition.
As I've said to you, and it's play the waiting game.
Oh no, definitely no. I'm playing
the waiting game because
I'm not going to be
impatient about that. It's like, oh, I wish I had this Zord back. You go and price it, and it's like, no, that's a bit too expensive.
Yeah, as you say,
in the line, you might just happen to go into Facebook Marketplace, and you'll get that one person that doesn't know what they've got, and as long as you can see it before anybody else does, you can get a bargain.
As you say, and I'd say, I think
or if you're lucky enough, you might get your brother-in-law to maybe pop into a charity shop and he'll give. It's like, Ian, I've just went and found this Zord and it's complete. They're only wanting a tenner for it. You want me to buy it for you? I'll take a picture.
Like,
buy it, please.
As you say that, Baz, I think some people, not me, I'm pleased to say, some people are impatient, or they must have said item right now, and it's like just it's like with the Lord Zed helmet, which Mike was kind enough to point out for us, one which we've all got. Because we all played the waiting game, we only paid 35 each for it, as opposed to paying nearly 150 quid or whatever the hell they all wanted.
Oh, definitely. Over the last couple of years, there's a few things that, like, go back 2 or 3 years ago, I want this for the collection, I want that for the collection. I've played the waiting game. I've managed to get it for a price that I'm willing to spend.
Exactly.
2 items that I wanted. I got the Havoc staff that I wanted. I know it's Mega Box. I know it's not everybody's favourite Boulder brand, but I wish Lego would have done I wish Lego would have got He-Man. So do I. They were. But as soon as I heard that Castle Grayskull was coming out, it was just it's a childhood memory getting Castle Grayskull as a kid. And then when they did the Origin line reissuing picked up the Castle Grayskull, I was happy again that I've got something from my childhood. Yep. But then when I seen the Castle Grayskull was getting announced for the Mega Box, it was like, it has to be. But when it first came out, it was like, £400.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I would love to get the Snake Mountain as well. I mean, the Snake Mountain at the minute is sitting at 200. But I think that's a bit too pricey. But I play the waiting game. I might get it cheaper in a year's time.
Yep.
But I think we'll just kind of call this a night because I've got things to do, and I need to try and find space for all this stuff that I kind of do tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, it's been a lovely chat, and I hope the chat's enjoyed it.
But do me a favour and stay, once I finish the stream, stay on for a couple of minutes because there's something I've got to say to you.
All right.
It's okay, I know you've got things to do, but I just want it's just an update. I just want to let you know about a certain thing. But I would like to say again, thanks to Ian for popping on. Thanks for the guys in the chat for listening to two old guys going on about their childhood and snacks and
random nonsense is usually the way to go.
But as I say, I appreciate the guys in the chat. If it wasn't for the guys in the chat, we wouldn't be here.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank yourself again for popping on and listen to me go on again. Everyone have an awesome weekend. Don't spend too much money. Don't do what I did last week.
Yep.
And until the next time, stay safe and may the Force protect you.
May the Force protect you guys. Stay safe. Whatever you're doing.